This Sunday, November 20th to Saturday, November 26th, is Canadian Music Week. Music students and teachers from across the country will be celebrating the vibrant music education landscape that runs from coast to coast to coast. It is a week that was initiated in 1960 to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the Canadian Federation of Music Teachers Association. Canada Music Week is celebrated during the third week of November. Throughout this upcoming week, music students from across the province of Manitoba are performing, and some are having their new compositions performed. Here to tell us more about Canada Music Week and talk about student compositions, I am joined here over Zoom by Caeli Palmer, who is the winner of the Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association's 19 and Under Student Composer Competition and Canada Music Week representative and organizer of the Student Composer Competition, Melissa Gingrich. Hi, Caeli and Melissa. It's nice to have you here over Zoom.
Hi, Chris. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Melissa, I'm going to start the conversation out with you. You are the Canada Music Week representative. Why do you feel it is so important to have a week that celebrates music students and put an emphasis on Canadian composers?
Yeah, it's a national week, but I'm the Manitoba representative, and I think it's important for all the provinces to host events. It's up to Canadians to uphold and share Canadian culture. We've got a tremendous, vibrant scene. It's rich. I think as teachers, we specialize in the classical realm, but there's nothing preventing us from going further out. And all of the great musicians and composers that Canada boasts started somewhere. And I
Mm,
think it's important for us to tap into that. At these concerts, students sometimes share pieces that they love that they didn't even realize were Canadian composers until their teacher said, there's an event just for this piece. The curriculums that we use in Canada do a fabulous job of there's a healthy dose of Canadian content there, and the repertoire is really evocative and
ab-
always a favorite.
Absolutely, it is. Do you put an emphasis on composition with your own private students?
I I make an opportunity for composition. Um, I think beginners and young people really they feel at home with that often as not. It's a good way to start. They can be intimidated by learning notes and whatnot, but if I just open it up and let them explore, it's a natural fit for them. And so I try to tap into that and keep it going as students get older. I do have a number of students who've participated in the competition, and um, they're hungry for a win when they do that. They
Yeah.
don't always win, but it's about more than that. And they've shared their pieces, and um, they're always kind of interested that I can help. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm just a teacher. What do I know? But um, if I can say, did you think about trying this? Or, this gesture happens in the piece you're learning. Have you thought about incorporating that? And so this kind of cross-pollination between the repertoire and this creative venture. And
Yeah.
it's
That's
great. They love it.
Sounds great. Okay, so the first event that's happening here in the province is happening this Sunday, November 20th at 1:30 at St. Mark's Lutheran Church. The MRMTA is holding a Provincial Canada Music Week concert. Can you tell us about this concert and who it's going to feature?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the Winnipeg area event. I believe Brandon, Westman area are hosting other events too, which we can look forward to hearing more about. Um, it was opened up to any student whose teacher is a member in good standing with MRMTA. All disciplines were invited to participate. And so about 18 students have registered now across different levels from beginner through advanced piano. And the only criteria was that they share a piece by a Canadian composer, or that they be a composer themselves, like Caeli. And I've asked them to to be prepared to speak a little bit about their piece, because this is a learning event.
Right.
Talk about who the composer is and where they came from, and any interesting little tidbit that we can.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, what ages are we talking about? Like, what's the youngest and what's the oldest performer that's going to be performing on Sunday?
Yeah. The youngest, I think, would be maybe about 9.
Ah,
I think we have some maybe 18-year-olds would be among the highest.
um,
So the learning age of students, basically.
absolutely. Absolutely. Another really interesting event that's happening is happening on Saturday, November 26th, again at St. Mark's Lutheran Church. The MRMTA is having an intermediate masterclass led by Julianne Warrington. Am I saying that right?
Workington,
Yeah,
Julianne Workington. Yeah.
Warrington. What instruments is it for? And can you tell us about what exactly is going to be happening at this masterclass?
Yeah, this is a new venture at other MRMTA events. Teachers express some desire for there to be events that cater specifically to that intermediate level of studies. Um, Advanced students have a lot of opportunities to participate in scholarship competitions and master classes with guest artists that are touring through the city. But it's a steep learning curve to just mentally prepare as a young person for those events. So we've created this intermediate level masterclass. This one's for pianists. And Julianne is a beloved teacher in the area, but she's also a respected composer. So it's a
Hmm.
great fit. She's going to listen to these students perform a Canadian piece, and then she's going to share background about the piece from a composer's vantage. Maybe the students will be on to some of the tricks the composers have used, but maybe not. And she's going to open that up for us and give us some historical background. And I think she's going to tap into everyone's creative side too. It's not just performance, it's thinking about how to create this music.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Caeli, I'm going to turn it over to you. You won the 19 and under composition competition. How long have you been writing your own music, and who is your music teacher? And tell us what instrument you play.
Well, I play the flute. I've been playing it since I was in grade 2, so I was 8 years old. And my teacher is Lori Gidi. I've been with her for 4 years now. And she always encouraged me, like during warm up, she would give me a scale and I'd just make up my own warm up. So I've kind of been making music of my own for 4 years now. And then last year was the first time I ever tried to actually write down what I was playing. So it was a bit of a hard switch to write it down because I would often forget what I was doing, like as soon as it was out. But it's been fun.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. So, can you tell us about the piece that won the competition? Can you just sort of describe it and perhaps what inspired you to write it and the title and that kind of thing?
Well, it's called Meadow, and at the time I was reading the Lord of the Rings, and they were in the Shire, and so it was kind of like the book inspiration and also everything like at school. It was pretty chill at that time, and so I chose a key and I just started playing, and I would record what I was playing so then I wouldn't forget. So I overcame that, and then I would just write it down and it all fit.
It sounds fantastic. What do you like about composing your own music?
I like how I can just play my emotions and my feelings, and there's no wrong answer. And you can do whatever you want, and no one can say that you're doing it bad.
Mhm. Yeah, do you want to do this for a career, like, or you just want to do it more on the side as something for fun?
Well, I've been doing like playing the flute for more than half my life, and so I can't ever see giving it up, but I don't know if it would be my career. So I'll always play the flute. I just don't know where it'll take me.
To be determined into the
Yeah.
future. Melissa, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Where can people go if they want to find out more details about Canada Music Week and the events that the Manitoba Registered Music Teacher is holding, Association is holding?
Yeah, please, I invite everyone to come check out these events. It's special that they're live and in person, so you're going to need to know when and where. Go to the MRMTA.org website. You can Google it, Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association. We're also on social media. If you punch in Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association, you'll see social media, MRMTA.org.
Sounds great. And for our Classic 107 listeners, if you go to classic107.com, I've embedded a direct link to the Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association's website, and you can find all the details there. Melissa and Caeli, this has just been amazing. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today about Canada Music Week and the Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association. Oh, Canada. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a great Canada Music Week.